I'm Si-Džej Wiley, and I've won over $1 million hustling pool. I've been a professional pool player since a very young age. I started at 7. The pool room downtown was Clayton's pool room, but pool rooms don't have the, the best reputation. I was 7 years old. My mother was worried about me. The owner was a family friend, so she allowed me to go in there. And I just started playing, more and more and more. I just had a knack for it. I could run 2 racks of 8-ball on a 9-foot table when I was 9, and I could break and run all 15 balls in numeric order when I was 12. I always say there's a point where I go from playing the game to the game playing through me. One of the main things that people have trouble with is their consistency. I'm looking at how do I position the ball so that I can hit the same type shot every time. And my main shot is more like a stop shot, where I just bring my hand back and return it. So like this one, I'm just gonna bring my hand back and return it. I'm mainly trying to hit the balls the same speed. So when I get down, I'm gonna hit the same type tempo, same type speed if possible. Pool hustling, I call it a PhD, a pool hall degree. Being a great pool hustler is like being a puppet master. You got to be able to pull the strings, and you've got to allow your opponent to come up with his own ideas that you're steering him into. It's really a sales game. You're just selling the idea that he can beat you gambling at pool. I was listening to these 3 guys, and they're arguing over who the best young player is in the country. One of them says, I think it's this guy named Mike from Indiana. I think he's the best player in the country. The other guy says, no, there's this kid named Butch from Tennessee. The other guy goes, Chris from Missouri. I was laughing so hard because I was all 3 of those players. I had to use aliases and fake names for years. Road players were a secret society. We had, we called them spot books, where we'd have like a little black book. We would have the names of the towns and the names of all the people, and we especially want to play the ones that have the most money to lose as quick as possible. I'd have these Rand McNally atlases, and I'd have all these cities circled, who to play, how much they'll play for, how well they play. There was a business to it. The professional hustlers that I ran around with, they did it for a living and, filed taxes and everything. There's been a lot of nights I've made over 20,000, but it's up and down. Anytime you're dealing with a lot of cash money, you're gonna have elements of criminality. I mean, I was dealing with underworld characters, and things were about to take a disturbing turn. When you're gonna hustle somebody, you lower your level of play and convince your opponent that you play much weaker than you actually do. This is called stalling. It's kind of a match, pace, and lead. You match their level of play, you pace their level of play, and then you lead them into the loser's bracket. The year was 1986, and the movie The Color of Money came out, and it was about pool hustlers. But I was the real deal, running the roads, playing in all those pool rooms that were bustling from that movie. We were traveling the East Coast, and we heard about this spot in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We knew that the guy that owned the bar would gamble. We'd been having some car trouble, so we had that in the back of our mind. We didn't want to get stranded out in the middle of nowhere. So we go into this little bar. Now, I had fake glasses on. I'd had my picture on the cover of Billiard News, but it wasn't a real good picture. So wearing the glasses, it was like being Clark Kent and Superman, I guess, because people really didn't pay much attention to me. When I took off the glasses, they did. I said to the bartender,
Are there any gamblers in here who'd like to play a game of pool?
Oh, yeah. He says, as a matter of fact, I got a table upstairs just like in The Color of Money. He said, you saw the movie, didn't you? And we're like, yeah, we saw the movie. So I go in the room, and sure enough, it's a Brunswick gold crown, just like in The Color of Money. And he's just beaming. Again, I have these fake glasses on, so he agrees to play a $100 race to 7 with me. When I first start reeling someone in, hustling people, I just know how to disguise my technique. The glasses helped a lot because I can't see quite as well, so my head's in a little different position. I play him the race to 7, and I'm shooting with those glasses on, and I'm stalling, and I beat him out of 100. I beat him out of another 100. He gets somebody else to come up. I think it was like the dishwasher to play me for 200, and then I beat him, and then he got like another local. He just kept bringing guys up to play me. And the guy comes over to me, and he said, we got a game for you. Cletus is coming in, and he'll play you for a lot of money. He said, but the only way that this Cletus will play is you have to talk dirty to him. And I'm like, what do you mean, Johnny? Johnny's like, listen, you know, you've got to really, you know, insult him, and he'll insult you back, and that's when he loses the most money. I'm feeling a little funny about this. So now in comes Cletus. So I mustered up my courage, and I go up, and Johnny's like, Cletus, this kid right here will gamble with you. And Cletus looked at me, and I took the cue, and I said, yeah, you dirty, stinking motherfucker. If you play me, I'll send you home kicking cans in that trashy trailer park you live in. There's like a silence. He looks at me, and he goes, you're kind of cute. He said, I dated a 16-year-old girl for 3 years just so I could get at her little brother.
And he looked just like you.
But I'm like, you know, I feel like I'm getting ready to go into prison with somebody I don't want to be with. We get to playing. I didn't realize it was going to get really serious really quick. I spotted him 9-4 playing one pocket.
You know, my mom can play better than you. She doesn't even play pool.
And we played for $900 a game. Before I knew it, I was up $18,000.